Hi guys, long time no see, so I really don't have much to say. Answer any questions. Just a couple quick general comments about very satisfied with where we're at right now. A year ago this time we were getting ready to start our 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. whatever it was conversations outside after people were late for meetings. We're still trying to finalize our staff. And we had a group of offensive linemen that we really didn't have much confidence in and trust in. And so a year later, a lot of good positive things. We got to get a lot better in a lot of areas. However, it's just a whole different approach. And that's, our mantra is going to be truth, and our mantra is going to be fundamental improvement. Truth means exactly, you have a good season and there's a lot of conversation about things that really shouldn't be discussed because it's not true. For example, are you guys going to go do this next year? No, we're probably not unless we get a lot better, like a lot better. And then fundamentally, we are not where we need to be. And the biggest thing, I was fortunate enough to be at the championship game, and I think probably the best fundamental team that I certainly seen this year won that game, and that's with leverage. That's with tackling, blocking, tackling, and all the things that how you win football games. So a lot to be done. The next 3 weeks obviously is going to be a very strong emphasis on closing a very good class at this time. We like our class. Usually, not usually, as with most classes, how you finish is what determines if you love the class. And you got to hold on to what there's a lot of chaos right now with new staffs, new coaches, trying to take your players and all that kind of stuff. So we just got to keep recruiting our players and get going. We have some new players in the program that started. I'm allowed to announce this, right? Tracy Sprinkle is on campus. Cam Burrows, Eli Apple, Taekwon Lewis, and J.T. Barrett. William Houston and Devin Hill. Those are two young men that are walk-ons that are joined our team, and they're active in our off-season program. So that's it. I'll answer any questions for you.
Steve? Yeah, Coach Steve Hellwagon, Bucknuts 24/7. Just what was your overall feeling being on the field at that game? I'm sure part of it was something you brought back to these guys to say, hey, we've got to get there next year. You've coached that game before, but just this time around, what did you get from being down there?
I just don't know. For me to say we have to get there next year, I mean, that's like talking about we have to go fly to the moon. We're nowhere near even have that conversation. That's not. What we really have to do, we have to find out who can play defensive line for us. You lost some really good players because who we have at their current status, what they are right now, we won't have that conversation. You just got to win that first game. Because, we're going to have conversation. Matter of fact, we have a team meeting today. The way you termed it won't be termed, but there'll be some conversation where we need to improve. And there'll be a target. And I'm not saying that's a target yet either, because that's not fair to put them, there's some guys can't do that at their physical stature right now. If they improve, then we'll have that conversation at the appropriate time.
Right in front, Austin Ward, ESPN.com. Urban, aside from not having those practices during the bowl season, the last 6 weeks, would you consider it a success, or how would you evaluate keeping the staff together? I think Bradley said he was going to return. He had some good things mixed in there.
The last 6 weeks, most importantly, fundamentally as a football team, we really improved. Defensively, Jerry did a good job putting together a little statistical analysis of we were one of the better defenses in the country. What we did, obviously, a very, very good Wisconsin team. Obviously, the second half of the game against our rival, there was some excellent football being played. Certainly on the defensive side of the ball, and that takes into consideration where it was in the first half of the season. The fact that our coaching staff remains intact is important. We had 4 guys that had some, people trying to discuss, head coaching opportunities for them, and I hope that happens for some of them. I'm kind of glad it doesn't happen after just 1 year. After 2 years, I always ask for just a 2-year commitment. I think that's fair, and so it's good. So I'm very pleased. The last 6 weeks have been very productive. We've gotten some commitments from some very good players. But once again, until it's signing date, we'll know that they're part of the family.